What's up, everybody? Okay, here is the process how to do your transpan gasket and filter. As you can see, here's a cross member. You've got 4 bolts, those 2 there, and there's 1 there. Those are 18s, 6 of those, 3 on each side that have to come off. You can see this pipe here, this black pipe, there's a curve in it. It's attached up here. Hopefully you can see it. That is a 10mm bolt that holds on this bracket back up inside there. You can get to it 10mm or 1/4 inch ratchet and not a 10mm socket. You take that down. This is your drain plug. As you're looking, that's the rear of the vehicle, and obviously the other way is the front. So here's your drain plug. Yours is going to be stock. So, oh shite, these are locked in. The stock size, this is a 10. That's what's going to take that off. This is aftermarket. It's got a magnetic plug on it. I just bought it. If it'll help, I don't know. But nevertheless, this is aftermarket. So yours isn't going to look like that. It's going to be the stock hex head bolt, which is a 10 mil. The drain or fill plug is on the side. Let me get some light up there for you. If you can see it, it's a flat spot up there. I don't know how much you can see, but again, I'm on my back here. But it's sticking. You can barely see the edge, the head sticking out right there. That's it right there. That hex head bolt right there. That's your fill plug for your trans. Which is also a 10 mil. So break that loose, make sure you can get it out. If not, there's no point in going any further because you cannot fill up your trans. But once you get that loose, go ahead and drain your transmission. Get as much fluid out of there as possible. Then you're going to take off these. I think these are, what size was that? Yeah, that's the exact size. I don't know if you can see that. I could barely make it out right here. T30. Okay, so all of these are T30 bolts. You're gonna remove those starting at the middle one and work your way forward. What you want to do in theory is let that pan, slowly tail out and, drop the fluid or drain the fluid into the pan, your drain pan. So just work your way all the way up front. Once you do, you'll be able to get that pan down and I'll clean it out really good. Clean your magnets off and then pull your filter out. Make sure that orange O-ring seal that's in there, you take it out. Don't put it in there with a double O-ring because it'll never seal enough for that transmission filter to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, that's your trans. This one, mine, and here again, that's what I wanted to tell you in the last video. On the 2010s, we do not have the, there is a remote filter for the transmission on the side here. As you can see on 2010, you don't have it. Okay, with that filter, you're looking at 7 liters. Without that filter, which I'm a 2010 B8, I'm looking at 6.5, 6.25, something like that. So that was a question for people. Everywhere you read, it says 7. But again, those are all from guys that are doing them on the newer models, not the 2010. So like I said, 2010 without that filter on the side there, that's supposed to be right in there. You're looking at 6.5 liters. Okay, with it. With that filter that started in 2011 and above, you're looking at 7. Okay, so that's pretty well, a little bit more information than I found. As you can see, this tube here, I don't know if I can get to, where it'd be the back there. You can see it sticking out. See that bulge right there? That's actually an inline filter for the 2010. Actually cooler, they consider it a cooler, but I guess it has filtering. It's not as necessary as the ones you could get to. If you want to go ahead and try to track it down to put a new one on, I guess you could do that. Not sure what they cost. I haven't even got into looking that up yet. I'm actually thinking about putting a different cooler on this one. But okay, I'm getting off track, as you can see. The ECS dog bone, I got them here, and in the diff, and in the chassis, so I'm fully locked on. I think that was the first mod I did. Okay, now the center differential, you can see right there. It's another 10 millimeter. That right there. That is the drain plug for the center diff. Okay, the fill plug is up inside. You can kind of see it. It's behind that tube right there. You can see there's a bolt there that has to remove. The easiest way is to pull this down, and you'll be able to get to it a lot easier to drain to fill your center. Now again, you don't want to drain it until you can loosen up the fill hole, which is up there on the side. That's on the driver's side, behind that, or underneath this trans bracket. It's not hard to get down. I don't know exactly what size that is. I haven't got to. I didn't get enough fluid with the kit, so, and that's about that. That one takes 4.5 liters. If I'm not mistaken, so get you 5 liters, you should be good. But go ahead and remove this, this bracket, and you'll be able to get to your fill plug, which is up inside there, right behind that big tube. That's your fill hole, and that's also going to be a 10, just like there's your drain plug. Right there, right up there. That's it right there, the big one. That's how you drain it, and that's how you fill it. Again, you're going to take off your bottom cover, this support bracket. Basically, that's pretty much it. It's not hard, not hard at all. I know what's scaring a lot of guys is that. Let me get up from underneath the car so I could show you some other stuff. Oh. Sorry about that, but that's being a mechanic on your back. Okay, fluid for your rear transfer case differential. Right here, 7590. You see red line. This I got through ECS. This is that tank to fill it. This works great. It saves you from having to squeeze a bottle and pump whatever. It's easy. As you can see, this is for the trans and should be the center diff as well. This will be what you need. I've got half of one left from doing the transmission. Let's see. Oh, well, that's it, how to do the transmission on these. You can see I got her up in the air to be able to get underneath it. Yeah, it's harder, but if you want to get it done, you want to save yourself over $1,000. That's what you do. I did my plugs last night. First tune-up since I had the car. Look at these. These are gapped. What is wrong with my camera? There you go. You see the gap on these? Stock gap on the Audi is between 28 and 30. These ones were gapped at 45. Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I pulled the first one out and measured the gap. So, yeah, tune-up done. So if you just bought a used vehicle, check your plugs. You're gonna, well, this thing runs so smooth. I didn't notice how unsmooth it was riding until that, you know. So until I pull those plugs, so I got coils coming too, so they just didn't get here yet. That was what I ordered through ECS, but I saved one of the plugs. These are the OEM, which are recommended. What is wrong with my phone? It's not doing its thing today. There you go. That's the number for the plugs. These are terrible. And they look like they've been in there for shit. How many miles I got on my car? 80,000, a little bit under 80,000. So these look like the OEM plugs, which that's disappointing to know. I thought all the services, I got records. I mean, the services were done, unless somebody did these after. I don't know, but whoever did had no idea how to gap a plug. They're all at 45, so either they came that way, which the ones that I got didn't. They were, I think, at 35 or 32, so maybe they did back a few years ago. I don't know, but these are gapped at 45, which, look at them all. That is terrible. That is ugly. That is ugly. And that was the valve cover was leaking, but the bolts on that were loose too, so tighten those down. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to check. I did my trans yesterday, so, oh, that temperature thing. 35 degrees Celsius is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm in Arizona. I got in it this morning, plugged in my Audi B8. Something is wrong with this fucking phone today. But yeah, my oil, the temperature of the trans fluid temperature, at least to that OBD11, was at 100 degrees already, and the car hasn't run all night. So I don't know how to explain. Don't worry about the temperature as so much as you do want to do running it through the gears, and then checking it to make sure it's full. When you fill it up, you just wait for it to weep out that fill hole. Once it weeps out, close up the system, run it through the gears. If you want, take it for a ride, and then you can come back, put it back up in the air, and then check your rear fluid to make sure you're getting weepage out of both fill holes, and come to your transmission. If you're not, just make sure you're getting weepage. If you're not getting weepage out of the fill hole, fill it, top it off to where it starts to weep out, not gush out, just, weep out, and you should be good to go. Really, that's, I know that temperature thing is scaring the shit out of people, and don't let it scare the shit out of you. In the United States, we don't look at the temperature as much as we do the full line. So I think that's the difference between Europe and here, but one's a more technical way to explain what it is that we do, American mechanics do by nature, basically. So if you're, well, again, like I said, fill it up on a fresh fluid, because you're gonna that level's gonna drop after you fill it up with a fresh filter in there, because the filter hasn't had a chance to absorb any of that trans fluid. So like I said, that's very important, is fill it up to where it weeps, and this is a fresh. Fill it up till it weeps, cap it off, start it up, let it run for a second or two to give it time to pump, and then go ahead and start shifting through the gears. By the time you're done shifting through the gears, like I said, first, second, third, you want to go through all the gears. That temperature, unless it's below zero outside, the temperature of that fluid should already be at 94 and above degrees. If not, like I said, it's super cold outside. But, don't let that temperature thing scare you. You're not going to screw it up. Trust me, you're good to go. Just go ahead and fill it up, run it through its gears, get back out and check the level. Actually, I did it yesterday, but I'm doing it again today because I got time to do it. And I was going to attack that center diff, but I don't have enough fluid to do the center diff. So nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and check my levels, my trans level again today, but I'm more than positive it's perfect. If not, I'll do another video stating that I was wrong and there's another issue, but I'm almost 100% sure that, no, so I say almost, I'm at 99.9% sure that everything is fine. So, alright, that's the the bolts and where to find your drain plugs on the B8 S4. This is a video for that. A guy in Audi World did a write-up on how to do it. The write-up is very detailed, very good information. I got a little bit of information from him, so kudos to him. I forgot what his name was. It's old one too. I don't know when it's from. Maybe 2014 or something like that. Yeah, I can't even remember the date on it, but nevertheless, that was a good write-up. But there's no video of it, and that's your video. Alright guys, happy modding. R2 Swift out.